Well, hello and welcome to this edition of Under the Umbrella. I'm WDTN Plus meteorologist Melissa Barrington. Now, for those of you who are outdoor enthusiasts, this is probably an episode for you. Today, we are joined with MetroParks Recreation Coordinator Jordan Hart, who is joining us today, and we're going to be talking about all kinds of things to do outside in the winter. So, first of all, let's start with Jordan. How long have you been with MetroParks, and what do you do there?
Yeah, thanks for having me today. I've been there with MetroParks for 10 years now, and I'm the outdoor recreation coordinator. So on the outdoor recreation team, we put on several special events throughout the year, but also do public programming. So I get to participate in lots of different awesome programs outside. So we get out and do lots of fishing, hiking, paddling, and I personally do a lot of cycling myself too. So mountain biking and road biking.
Okay. Do you ever bike in the wintertime?
Yeah, for sure. Just like in the summertime, except for add a few more layers and be a little more careful.
Yeah, as long as the roads are clear, right?
Yeah.
All right, so today we're focusing on winter hiking, correct? So why is it important for folks to stay active even outside during the winter months?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely just to get be healthy for sure. Getting outside, getting some fresh air, and then any bit of sunshine you can get to definitely does help combat some of that little sad, during the summertime and wintertime.
Yeah.
You get some of that seasonal affective disorder. So getting outside as much as you can, getting some sunshine, and just breathing that fresh air.
Yeah, that's always good, isn't it? How many trails or miles of trails, should we say, does MetroParks have for hiking?
Oh, man.
Do you know?
We have tons of trails, too. So, I mean, for hiking just alone, we have over 76 miles of trails, and that's split across all 18 of our different parks and 8 different conservation areas. But there's over 60 different trails that are out there, too, of those natural surface trails. So there's lots of different opportunities to get out and hike in the parks.
That's a lot of miles that folks have. Have you been on all of them?
I think I've been on all the hiking trails too, but then we also have tons of equestrian trails too. So there's over 30 miles of those too, and I haven't been out on all of those. But we also have 9 miles of mountain biking trails too, and lots of different paved trails in the area too, with
So-
the huge network that we have. So there's over 350 miles of paved trails. We actually have the nation's largest paved trail network
Really?
here in the Miami Valley, stretching all the way from Columbus to Cincinnati and between there. So it's pretty awesome to have that many trails here in this area too. So
So you can go from Dayton to Columbus all on a paved trail? Wow.
it's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Where is that trail?
Starting right outside, right from Riverscape, even you can go from there,
Really?
take out the Creekside Trail, and then just keep our Mad River Trail, the Creekside Trail, and go all the way across then to Xenia and keep going.
Have you ever done that?
Yep, done that a
How
few
long
times.
How long did it take you? I assume you biked since you said you were a bike enthusiast.
Yeah, just done it a few times, so just a couple hours or so, getting right to the sheriff, you going all the way across there, so it depends.
Wow. And you said that there's obviously paved versus unpaved. Which one is more popular in the winter? I would assume unpaved would be better in the winter time versus
Yeah.
paved.
Definitely. I think our natural surface trails are a little more popular too. We don't do anything on the paved trails to plow those or anything too. So some people do like to get out when there's a fresh snow on those and maybe even do some cross country skiing or anything because they're not groomed or anything too. So getting those first tracks when you get out on the paved trails, or people do ride them occasionally when it does thaw out.
Are there certain trails that are more popular, like for cross country skiing versus hiking, especially during the wintertime?
Yeah, I mean, in addition to the paved trails that are out there too, some of our flatter trails at MetroParks, so some of the Possum Creek or Inglewood and some places like that too really are popular for people to get out and do some cross-country skiing in the wintertime.
Do you ever see like where the parks are just packed on the weekends, like during the wintertime?
Yeah, occasionally for sure. Definitely like Riverscape and places like that too. People like to come out in the wintertime and visit the ice rink for sure. It's a place where it really gets packed on the weekends.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun. Does MetroParks have any programs that where folks can join, like if they don't want to go out walking by themselves, where they can go with a group?
Yeah, so we actually have coming up a couple of try-winter hiking programs. So that way, especially in the wintertime when you're wanting to go out and you're not quite sure if you're going out by yourself or where you're going to, we have a group that will meet up and they do that try-winter hiking group, and they even help you out with occasionally some equipment too. So we have some of those little yak tracks that you can put on your feet too if you need a little extra grip, or some trekking poles as well too to help with some balance too. So going out with a group can build a little more confidence too in the wintertime.
So I see our director here pulled up your website here, and he went under things to do, and then hiking, and then he scrolled down here. So these are the hikes that are still coming up, right?
Yep. So
So
those should be coming up this winter.
yeah, so pretty easy. Are these free?
Yep. So our Try Winter Hiking series is free, and we ask people about 16 and up to come with those too. And if you are like bringing in somebody younger, have an adult come with them for that program.
Okay. And are these popular?
Yeah, they've actually been pretty popular. We're surprised that people that just want that little bit of a group going out there too,
Yeah.
and wanting to get some camaraderie of people going out too.
Yeah, I assume a lot of people sign up for all three and and then go and then
Yep.
they start to meet some friends.
Yeah,
So
you
then
see a lot of repeats for sure.
yeah, and then you can kind of maybe meet a couple people. So then you could continue hiking as the rest
Yeah,
of the
for
season
sure.
continues.
And it's nice too to even let them know that there's other groups out there in the area like Dayton Hikers or anything too, and some larger groups that have like 8,000 members or something in the area too, that they host hikes all the time too. So there's other opportunities besides just the MetroParks programming to get out and hike.
That's a good way to meet some people and
For
to
sure.
head out. Yeah, okay. So you mentioned the age requirement that they had to be 16, and folks can sign up on your website. Can you explain the Build Your Hiking Skills program?
Yeah, so just trying to let people know like what they need when they're first going out to, even once they get out there too on their first hike, talking about what different layers are important to wear when you're out there too. And some people get intimidated by just like, all right, what am I going to wear out here? And they put that big coat on, but forget that underneath they have just like a pair of pants where they might want some layers on their lower half as well too. So thinking about those and what different types, like having that wicking layer to wick the sweat away from you, something warm, and something on top of that for the weather layer as well too. So going over that really with people and dialing in the layers too can be really important.
What about like a walking stick? Is that recommended?
Yeah, definitely having some trekking poles or a walking stick can really help keep your balance during the wintertime, especially uphill or downhill too, can give you a little more stability walking out there too.
And what about like on your feet? What type of, I've seen like where you can attach like some type of things to the bottom of your shoes, or do you need a special boot, particularly when you're going out in the
Yeah.
wintertime here? Because there's not only just snow, but then there's ice, and then you have the refreeze of, like during the
Yeah.
day it might be okay, and then, the next morning.
Yeah, a lot of people are very familiar with just trail runners when they're out there too. But this time of year, if it is a little more wet and you're going to be out for a prolonged amount of time too, and you're going to get some moisture potentially on your shoes or anything, especially even snow that could melt, waterproof shoes are a good idea to think about too, whether it's boots or trail runners too. Having those so you keep your feet dry at all times when you're out there too.
And do folks have to be a little careful about the fallen leaves that have occurred, from the fall? Does that cause extra problems?
Occasionally they can, but they're really due to break down. It's really important to leave those in this place too. That it breaks down and leaves a good area there, replacing that dirt and environment for the insects or anything as well too. So we try and leave those on the trails as much as possible for the hiking trails too. And you were talking about some other things people can talk about when they're out there too, is like there are some snowshoes occasionally when it does get a little bit deeper or anything too. We've had some pop-up programs last year, and if we do get enough snow this year here, we're hoping to have another pop-up program with those too. So
Okay.
pay attention to our website, and seeing those or our social media too are good places to see our pop-up programs when we get some.
So do you also pop up cross-country skis?
We don't have those. We do have the snowshoes though.
Okay, but you have the snowshoes like where folks can rent them out?
Yep.
Okay. How much do those cost?
It's a free program as well
Oh.
too, so you can come
Okay.
out to that, and we just have like a time slot where you can sign up for that time slot, and then get out there and get to try it for like just a 15-minute walk in the woods, see how you like it or anything too.
Okay.
That way, we really like that with our Try It series. People get to do that before they invest in the equipment too. So they
Right.
get to go out, try it, know if they like it before they go and invest that money in the equipment themselves.
So we've had 2 snow events so far this year. Both of them about 4 inches of snow. How much snow do
Yeah.
you need to go snowshoeing?
It really was somebody who gets on top of that layer and don't sink down as much too. So we like to go anywhere in like the 6 to 10 range or even more than that too. So
Okay, so we don't
if
get that too often.
If we get a little bit, we'll definitely have one coming.
Okay, so we're kind of like borderline here with these 4-inch
So
snows
far,
that we've
yeah.
had. Okay, well, that's pretty interesting and something new that folks may not even think to do, like, to go out snowshoeing. I mean,
Yeah.
that's definitely. What about safety? Let's talk about trying to stay safe. You mentioned the layers that folks should wear. What else should they do to try to stay safe while they're out in the parks?
I mean, definitely bringing some extra clothes with you if you have your backpack or anything like that too. Having an extra layer in there that you can have that too, and then trying to monitor your heat as you're out there too. Taking off layers when you start getting hot, and then when you stop to take a snack or anything with you too. Then when you're eating that snack, put another layer back on so you don't get too cold. So bring in a little extra food, checking out the trail ahead of time. If you have our Outer Spatial app where we have all of our trails loaded in there too, download that and check out the trails so you know where you're at on those trails. And then being aware that it does get a little bit darker earlier in the wintertime too. So bring in a flashlight and just being aware that the parks do close at 8. So trying to get off the trails by then.
Yeah, and as we go into the new year here,
Hmm.
obviously we'll start getting back a little bit more daylight, but still 8 o'clock is your cutoff there.
Yeah.
So, okay. Um, Anything else like that they might need in terms of like layers? You know, you said not to wear something that's super heavy, but
Hmm.
I see people a lot of times like they may be underdressed. They need to know about frostbite and
Hmm.
hypothermia just in case. What's a good amount of time to spend out on a trail? Like if you're going out and you're kind of new to hiking.
It kind of depends on how far you're going for that time too. So
Hmm.
checking that out ahead of time and knowing what kind of trail you want to get into. Um, Typically in the summertime, people average about 2 to 3 mile an hour out there on the trails. But you think if you're talking about like some of that slick trails or a little more like stuff on the trail like the snow, might be a little bit slower time. So adding a little extra time in there too and giving yourself a little bit of a buffer when you're going out.
Okay. All right. Well, we are going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we will continue our conversation with Jordan Hart from MetroParks. We'll be right back. Hello and welcome back to Under the Umbrella. Today we are joined by Jordan Hart, who is the Metro Parks Recreation Coordinator, and we've been talking about all different kinds of things in the Metro Parks, particularly hiking in the wintertime. And coming up, Jordan, you mentioned to me that you do have some events coming up, particularly in February. Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, so our big event that we have in the wintertime is the Adventure Summit. It's
Okay.
at Wright State University on February 21st. We'll be out there and we have speakers from around the country coming in to talk. We also have local adventurers too. So there's about 30 different presentations happening that day alone. Um, all kinds of things going on in Expo and lots of different opportunities to get out and get inspired for things coming up in the next summer.
So is this good for families or is this good for anybody?
Yeah, it's good for anybody too, especially if families getting out and just something to do in the wintertime on a snowy day. So
So what kind of adventures do you guys highlight at this particular summit?
this year we have all kinds of things. Our features are going to be talking about going on the El Camino, doing that, cross country bicycle rides, and doing a trip down the Mississippi River in a canoe too. So
Oh.
all kinds of great feature presentations, and then lots of local adventures too, talking about all of their different trips too. So
So are these trips that folks can sign up for, or they're just going to learn about the different types of trips?
going to learn about the different trips too, hear people and get inspired to do them themselves potentially.
Okay, and then are there demonstrations at the summit?
Yeah, we do have some tri kayaking in the pool or different activities going on as well too. There's even an indoor triathlon typically as well too. So we're still working on a lot of the schedule, getting it dialed in at this moment, but
Okay.
we're excited to bring it to everybody this year.
Okay, and so where can folks find this if they want to find out more about
Yeah,
it?
theadventuresummit.com, and it should be coming out on our social media, getting people marked up for that as well too.
Okay, that sounds really interesting. And you guys have another, does that event actually cost anything for folks?
Nope, it's free.
Okay, just register. That's all
Yep.
you have to do is register. Okay, so Metro Parks also offers a trail challenge. You had one in
Hmm.
2025. So are you having one for 2026?
Yeah, we're really excited to bring it back for our 6th year again this year.
Okay.
So it's been going on since 2020. We have 18 different trails or 28 different trails that we offer. And when people can do at least 18 of those different trails, then they're eligible to get a t-shirt and a sticker. So we're really excited for people to be able to get out and explore different parts, different trails that they haven't done before too. So we try and switch it up every year and get different ones, different varieties out there too. So again, we have some of the paved trails in there, some of the water trails and natural surface trails too, mountain biking. So lots of different opportunities for people to get out there and explore different areas that they haven't done before.
So are they supposed to go to the different Metro Parks to kind of check it off and try the
Yeah.
different trails, or can they just do like one park and they have to do so many miles? How it works?
So we pick a different trail at each different park around the area too. So there's a log that's online. They can print out that log, check out the trails, and they submit it back on our website, or they can submit it in Outer Spatial to our app too, where once they're at the park, they can check in on that app and it'll mark them off in there doing the trail.
Okay, is that another free program?
Yep, it's a free program too.
And you can register when that opens up?
Yep, so February 1st, we'll launch our 2026 Trails Challenge. So there'll be a whole nother set of 28 different trails for people to get out and explore for 2026.
Do you know like how many people participated in 2025?
We had over 900 people sign up for it this year, and I believe over 650 actually did a trail this year too. So we had a lot of people get out and do trails. I think almost 6,000 trails were done this year by those users that signed up to do it too. And so that total of the different trails were at 9,600 miles of trails were done.
Oh my goodness. Have you guys, you said it started in 2020. So have you seen an increase as people start hearing more about this challenge every year, like more people sign up, or is it kind of consistent?
It's been pretty consistent. I mean, we definitely grew in the first couple of years, but it's kind of plateaued a little bit right now and been pretty consistent with the same amount of people doing it every year. So it's pretty great.
Can kids do it?
Yep. So we've had it as young as, I think, 3 years old last year, all the way up to, I believe it was 96. So we've had quite the spread of people get out there and hike on the trails.
Is there a different trail like for the kids versus, or is there like an age, or everybody does the same thing?
No, we just have the whole set right there too. And that's what the great thing about having 28, but only 18 to get the t-shirt too. So you have some options built in there too. So you don't have to do all of them. You can check off different ones that make it easier for you too. And there's only 18 trails that you do that you can walk on those too. So you don't need any special equipment to like bike or paddle or anything as well too. Just your shoes and be able to get out.
It sounds like a lot of fun. Yeah. Have you ever done the challenge yourself?
Yeah, I did a few years ago. And so we do it actually internally with our team as well too. So we compete and see how many get done. So I did all 28 of the year. So it was pretty awesome.
Oh my, did you win the top prize then?
No, we didn't eligible, unfortunately.
Well, I meant like even just within your own group, like you get bragging rights,
yeah,
I assume.
We're all pretty competitive. So we had a few of us actually get all 28.
Oh, that's fun. That's very fun. In addition to hiking, what about sledding?
Yeah, so we have different places to sled at our MetroParks too. So Inglewood, Taylorsville, and Germantown all have sledding hills too. So it's a nice area that you can get out and know that the spot's not going to be too crazy or anything too. It's a good hill. It's a fairly controlled area and a nice place to go to sled.
And how popular are those places?
They can be pretty popular in the wintertime too. So if you're wanting to get out and sled in one of those, like get out early and try and get a spot for sure.
Are there decent hills then for the kids to go down?
Yeah, they're pretty good for sure. It's a great time to be able to get out and just have fun too for the whole family.
So what's your favorite winter activity to do in the MetroParks?
People might think it's weird, but I love going mountain biking in the wintertime too. If the trails are open and it's covered in snow too. A few inches of that too. And you can get out, and as long as you're dressed pretty well, it's a good time.
You don't slip?
No, you can air your tires down pretty well or have a little bit wider tires too. So you still get pretty good grip on the trails.
Do those trails get crowded because people want to go out biking in the winter?
Occasionally, but most of the time there's not that many people out there.
Oh, well, that sounds like fun. I would not think to do that, to go biking in the wintertime, at least, going in a trail like where there could be ice and snow and stuff like that. So that doesn't stop you. Huh?
No.
Any sledding safety tips that you may have for kids?
Definitely thinking about just when you're out there trying to stay warm too. So covering any exposed skin that you can too. Buffs are great. Anything that you can cover up that area. Maybe not having like a long scarf or anything that can get caught in the sled or anything like that too. So thinking about what you're wearing when you're out there. Your hands can be touching the ground too. So waterproof gloves if you can. Maybe not cotton or anything like that too. It's going to get wet, and keep those things like there. So I know most people think about going sledding down there, like head first going down the hill. But you might not want to be head first, but that way you don't have much control and your head's going to hit things first. So I recommend sitting up and going feet first down the hill too.
Okay, all good safety tips. What makes MetroParks special in the winter time versus other times of the year, and what makes it different from like other communities?
One thing that's really great that I love is getting to some of our parks that have good river views and a little bit of elevation in the wintertime too, because not having that foliage out there, you can really see for a good distance too. So it's really great to be able to see even some of the birds and the animals that are out too that you can't necessarily see with some longer distances this time of year, with the leaves
Okay.
being gone.
Well, that sounds like a lot of fun. Are you a bird watcher?
Occasionally, but not too much. I'm not really keeping track of them, just kind of observing what's out there and appreciating it.
And you mentioned that folks can also go ice skating. That's another big feature that folks do. And you can even go while you're at work, right?
Yeah, we were fortunate to be right across from Riverscape, so not too pretty close to that too. So ice rinks open this time of year, all the way through into February. So it's really great to get out and skate on those too. So
That's a fun family event. And they have even late night skating.
yeah, there's all kinds of different opportunities, and our hours are on the website too. So checking that out on metroparks.org too. You can see our rentals or bring your own, and they have the cafe too with all kinds of awesome drinks there as well too.
So that is actually one of the few things where you'd actually have to pay for rental.
Yep, that's
'Cause-
one of our places.
Yeah, because all the other things that you've mentioned so far, everything's been free. You just have to sign up, which is an
Yeah.
amazing program.
Yeah.
Very, very good. What else can you tell us about Metro Parks for the winter? What else do you have?
I mean, most of the trails are open. Occasionally, we do have like mountain biking trails that can get that freeze thaw, so it's important to only go out on the open trails when you're out there too. And then lots of different places to explore, from the Second Street Market to all the different trails that are out there too.
What's your favorite park?
Oh man, my favorite. I don't know if I have a favorite. I love hitting them all and just switching it up. With 18 different parks, it's really great to have all that variety too, and be able to get different ones throughout the year too, from urban parks to even some of the more outside parks and real natural areas too.
So, like in the wintertime, you see like a fresh snow or something like that. You don't just automatically say, I'm going to go to this park because it's more fun to go with because of the snow.
Well, I live in the north area, so I do hit Taylorsville quite a bit just because it's closest to me. So.
Okay. And I assume do you guys have to go out and monitor the parks at all, or to see how the trails are doing at all? Do you have to go check them?
Occasionally, we do get some trail reports of some downed trees or anything like that too. So there are trail crews that are able to get out and help check those out too. And we actually have some volunteers that actually, whenever they see anything too, they help us too. So it's great to have them help monitor our trails.
Is there any information on your website that says like, oh, this trail may be closed?
Occasionally on our alerts page across the top too, you'll have some information on a trail if it's closed or anything too. Sometimes with the snow and everything too, some of the parks do delay their opening a little bit, getting those areas plowed and cleaned up and open and ready for the public too.
Okay, well, this sounds like a lot of fun. Folks can get outside and enjoy right here in Dayton, Ohio. Lots of different places to go in the Metro Parks. And thank you very much for joining us today.
Thanks for having us, and hope you guys all get out and enjoy the trails.
Yeah, we look forward to a good winter here for everybody, and be sure to bundle up. And thank you for joining us. Hopefully you learned something interesting about the Dayton Metro Parks. Until next time, have a great night.